Good morning, Pastor Steve here. Talking about fishing where the fish are today. In Matthew 9:9-13, Jesus passed from there. He saw a man named Matthew sitting at the receipt of customs. He said to him, "Follow me." And he arose and followed him. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. When the Pharisees saw it, they said to his disciples, "Why eateth your master with publicans and sinners?" When Jesus heard it, he said, "Hey, they that are whole don't need a physician, but those who are sick. But you go and learn what this means. I will have mercy and not sacrifice. I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance." My wife and I had a few restful weeks at a cabin that my brother and sister-in-law had provided. And it's in the area where we already know people because I have a sister who has a cabin down the way. And one of the men who lives along the way, I've known since he was a child, and we were chatting, and he happened to mention that he had gotten over 225 bass out of that lake this year. He catches and releases. Well, next morning, being a canny fisherman, I sat on the porch and just watched. I watched where he went on that pond, and I watched the spots where he caught the fish, and he caught some nice bass. If I ever decide to get off the porch and go fishing, guess where I'm going to go? You see, Jesus knew where to fish, where the fish are. So many times in biker ministry, we go to events that everybody wouldn't be comfortable going to. Often we find him there ahead of us because he likes to fish in those deep pools. But let's face it, there are people who, like the Pharisees, right, think that those souls aren't worth the catching. Though they like it after they come out and conform to their image, change their clothes and so forth. But Jesus was more interested in them changing their hearts. A fruitful life, not a fancy outfit. If you plan to catch fish, you have to go where they are. And as Paul White of the Salvation Saloon said on the Talk the Talk radio show the other night, you need to use the right bait. We don't enter their way of life. We enter into their world. We don't try to change them by our rules, but rather, like all good fishermen, we catch them and we let Jesus clean them. Be dedicated to the cross. Be humbly attentive to the world you're in, and ask Jesus to help you go and be fishers of men in your world. You ponder that, Pastor Steve.